back to my channel. So today is Sunday and today I'm going to do kind of like a vlog style informative video. So a lot of you guys actually told me that you like when I do like behind the scenes of running the business, because a lot of you guys want to start your own business and like don't know where to start or where to look with certain things. So because I am almost 3 years into the game right now, I figured I would start showing you guys what to do and how to do it, because like this is information that I accumulated on my own like over the past 4 years, because I started trying to figure this out in 2016 and then I launched the actual product in 2017, my first product, which is my Lovely Bees Edge Control, and the containers and stuff were all different. So like this whole process for me is like give and take. Like I'm learning so much. Of course I've made mistakes. I've had to change my packaging multiple times. I've had to change my labels and things like that. So I just want to share some of these things with you guys, so you guys don't necessarily, I don't want to say I wasted money, because it wasn't a waste. It was totally a learning experience. But if I can save you guys some coins to not do like certain things that I did in the beginning, then I want to help. So today I am prepping for tomorrow, so I have my orders to do. I want to show you guys, basically talk about labels today, because I'm putting my labels on. If you guys can see those boxes over there, those are my edge control. So I've done most of my deep conditioners and I already have them put away into like my inventory closet slash storage closet. If you guys want to see that, I'll show a video on how I basically transformed my extra closet into where I keep my inventory. But yeah, so I have to label my edge controls and I have to label my deep conditioners, but I saved one box so I can show you guys how I do it super duper fast with this machine that I got. I feel like my eyelash is crooked, y'all. I'm sorry. But yeah, labels. So I want to show you guys what I use, how I design them, like what software I use to design my labels, where I get them printed out, and then how I put them on. So first thing first, the website that I originally used in the beginning, you guys, I thought I saved. I'm so mad at myself because I think it's somewhere. I tried to save like one of all of my original containers, like just for keepsake, so I have it for myself, and I can't find my original one. But if you guys are familiar with my edge control and have been from the beginning, you know that the original bottles or the original containers were white at the bottom and then the tops were black. I'll try to find a picture at least so I can show you guys. And then the original labels that I had on them were supposed to be like weatherproof, waterproof, and things like that. But I noticed over time, like just from touching them and constantly like doing this, opening, closing, getting it wet, they started peeling. Like they started peeling off, and nobody complained about this. It was just me. Like I thought it just looked nasty. Like I've had labels that peeled from things that I got from like Target and Walmart and things like that, and I don't know why it didn't bother me, but because this was like my product, like my name was on it, I was not happy with it. Like it literally looked like you could like scratch the labels off, and I didn't like it. Okay, so this is Online Labels. This is the original place where I got my first labels made, and this is still where I get the bottom of my labels made. This is just the ingredient list, and it has the barcode on it, and this I still order from. So I still order my barcode labels from them because they're cheap, and they just come like this. Like they come in a thing like this, and it's 20 per sheet, and 20 per sheet, and I just peel them off and stick them to the bottom. So these I still get from them, but the top labels I don't get from them. And let me see. Yeah, so oh my gosh, I forgot about this actually. So the original labels were actually these strips right here that had the ingredients on them. I don't know if you guys could tell, but this was clear, and I had it right here on the side of the white one so that you could see it, and I just had the label on the top because they weren't rounded. You can see that this one is rounded at the bottom. They were completely square at the bottom, so I was able to have something on the side, and then I had the label in the front. And this was supposed to be weatherproof and waterproof and things like that, but I told you guys it started to peel, so I switched. But they still have this website called Maestro Label Designer. So this is the website where I designed the Maestro Label Designer, and it's connected to the online labels. So when you order on online labels, it gives you like this free code so that you can use this for free. I'm not sure if they charge you otherwise, because I order all the time, so like I always have a code active, so I can always go in here at any time and use it. But they might charge you if you've never had an order for online labels. But this is where I keep all of my labels and where I design, and it's super easy. So this is my deep conditioner label where I designed it, and these are all the tools on the side, like text. You could pick the font, you could pick the size, you can pick the color, the shape, like you can make these curve, like you can do all types of things. You can fill these in with shapes and put different images in. You can upload your own images. Like I have all of my little transparent icons, so I can have Lovely Bee's Instagram and Facebook on here along with the address and things like that. But to design, you would just go here, not here, I'm exiting out, y'all. And you would create a new label, and then they have the different sizes that you would need. You would just put in, like you can put in keywords like 2 inches or something like that, and then it'll give you all the 2-inch labels. Like these look like this. They have the circle labels, the rectangle labels, or you can there's a way you can go, oh, on the side you can pick different things on the side over here, and it'll give you a whole bunch of different options and different shapes and different sizes. So let's see if I just pick, let's do 2 inches, and then let's do square, rectangle labels, whatever. Just pick one, start the design, and then it'll give you the layout like this. And then for me, I will go here and I would do this one, and I would put a fill color in because my labels are black. So I would do my fill color as black, and then add shape or design, and then it'll bring it here, and then I drag this in to fill in that, and then I will go to like my designs or my images, sorry, and then pick out my logo and then add that in wherever I will want it. Like put it in the middle or something like that. Then you can go here and then pick your size and your text. So I will want my font to be, let's say, white because it's a black background. And then you can pick whatever font you want. I think this is the one that I use. I will add a text box and you can type whatever you want. And then you just drag it, change the font size, make it bold. You can change the color and put it however you want it. And that's basically how I design my stuff. I just go back and forth like this. And then to get those little gold things, those are just added shapes like this. So I would go here. That's one of my favorite colors because that's what I use for Lovely Bee, so it's saved. Add that, add the shape. Oh, I don't want that. I don't want a stroke color. I want the whole thing black, yellow. And then I would shrink this down, put it here, go back here, change this to black now, add text, type whatever I want, shrink it down, add it in there, bold it, and then these would be like my little gold boxes and things like that. So, and then I will go to tools, and then I will go to barcode generator. I didn't want to save it yet, my bad, y'all. So I will go to single barcode, and then it lets you pick your UPC code or whatever like that. And then you would just type in, clearly not letters, you would type in numbers like that, and it will, hold on, let me find my real one. Oh, I can look here, 26. So boom, you would type that in, it would generate a barcode for you, and then you just shrink this down, and then I would add a white box under it because you can't change the color of it without the yellow stroke. And then you would just take the barcode, shrink it down, and add it to the white box, and then now you have your barcode like that. And then you just basically either have them printed, or you will print it yourself. Like start order is when they will print it, or if you put print now, this is what I do. I download it and as like a PDF, and it'll show me the labels like this, and then I send this to the place that makes my labels. So then I will go to Maverick Labels, and then this is the place that I found that does my labels, and I freaking love them. So they are a little bit more expensive, but you get so many more options, you guys. It's not sponsored or anything like that. I just really love their labels, and they are so nice and so helpful, and they fix things right away if it's wrong. But yeah, they have different options. So you can do foil printing, which is what I have, which is why my gold is like reflective. So that's foil printing, and you can request samples. So they sent me a sample box with so many different samples of different ways and different types of paper that I can use, different types of foil prints, if you can, like things that had texture on them that you can touch and things like that. If you don't know how to work their website, you can just email them, or like usually during the week a chat will pop up right here that'll let you talk to someone, or you can click up here at the top that says chat now, and you can tell someone exactly what you want and they'll do everything for you. That's usually what I do, because when I first used this website, I didn't really know how to input like all the information that I needed. I just chatted with someone and they did everything for me, and then they'll send you a proof like this to approve. So this is like the stamp plate, what it will look like, and then this is what your label will look like. So everything that is white up here is what's going to be my foil. So this is the gold stuff that's going to be reflective. That's all of that right there. So yeah, you can either approve this proof online just by looking at it like, oh, that looks right, or you can request that they send you an actual physical sample. So this does cost, I think it's $60 to get this actually sent, but they send you a few of them. And it basically, this is exactly what your label is going to look like, the same size, the same shape, everything, and then you approve from the physical copy. So the first go round, I always get a physical copy, just so I can make sure that everything is foiled that's supposed to be foiled. Oh, this label was completely different. This is not even this, I changed this. This is like one of the originals. So yeah, basically this just shows you exactly what it's going to look like, so you're not guessing and you don't get 3,000 labels printed out and you're like, this is not what I wanted. So this is the original design of my deep conditioners. If you guys are familiar with it, you know that it looked like this. But these labels were so freaking hard to put on, you guys. So this is the original label right here that I designed on Maestro Label Designer, but it was too wide. So this is the new one that I have, and it was literally 2.5 millimeters too tall going this way. So I basically just shrunk it down, and this made such a big difference, you guys. It made a huge difference. So one, I wanted them to match the leave-ins. Two, they were too long originally, and it was just so hard to get them on, and it was just a freaking pain, and then it just looked messy and I just didn't like it. And then three, I want to eventually get into Target, I want to get into Walmart, Sally's, I want to get into local beauty supply stores and things like that. And in order to do that, you have to be compliant with your label. So in order to be compliant with your label, there's like a bunch of rules that your label has to follow, and things that have to be on there, things that can't be on there, exact places where things have to be that you have to follow in order to be FDA compliant as a cosmetic. So I had some things on here that we know in the natural community, you know, that certain things make your hair grow, certain things promote hair growth, prevent dandruff, all types of things that we just know from experience and from our community. But most of those claims are considered drug claims for the FDA. So if I were to put that this will make your hair grow, or that this will relieve your dandruff, or that this will have antibacterial properties and stop fungus, or whatever, anything like that that I will put on my label, if it says any of those things, it will be considered a drug. And if it's a drug, it has a whole bunch of other regulatory requirements that it has to follow before you can basically put it on the shelf. So mine is compliant with a cosmetic, so I am fine now. But before that, so some of the main ingredients in my deep conditioner are honey, avocado oil, olive oil, and aloe vera. And we know that those things have antibacterial properties. We know that they relieve dry, itchy scalps. We know that they help with dandruff. But I can't say any of that on the bottle, basically, or it will be considered a drug. So I had to remove all of that information from my labels and make them compliant with the FDA so that I'm able to put them on the shelves in stores. So now I'm working on my new containers for my leave-in, because I searched high and low for these containers, you guys. But once they start to get a little empty, it gets really hard to squeeze. Like, they're not as squeezy as I need them to be, because the leave-in is a little bit on the thicker side. So it gets really hard to squeeze them out. So I have to keep it upside down. And I've been telling people to just keep it upside down because it'll stay like this. So technically, I guess I could just flip the label around, but just because I don't want you guys struggling, you know, like, doing hair, especially natural hair, is already enough. There's enough steps. Like, you don't want to struggle to squeeze your conditioner out. And I'm sorry, y'all, I just didn't realize that once it got towards the bottom, it would be so freaking hard. So yeah, what do? I showed you guys what I use to design my labels. I showed you guys where I get them printed, which is maveriklabels.com. And now I'm going to show you guys how I put them on. So for my edge controls are quite simple, you guys. So what I do is I order my containers and I send my containers to my chemist. She then fills up all of my containers and then she sends them back to me, and then I label them. So this is how my edge controls come. They just come completely blank, and that's it. So, and this is not private label, you guys. You know how a private label, everybody has like the same ingredients, they just change the label. These are all my own formulas. Like, this is from scratch. I just work with a chemist because it's a little bit more expensive to do it this way, but it's safer because this is a regulated, an FDA regulated facility where my stuff is getting made. So I just feel safer doing it that way. But yeah, so with my edge controls, they come on a thing like this, and this is what they look like. Again, super simple. You guys see me do this a bunch of times in my other vlogs. So I just go ahead and put that one on top, and then I take these right here, and then they just go on the back in the middle. So this is really simple for me. This is actually really quick. And then for the deep conditioner and the leave-in, I have a special machine that I searched high and low for, you guys, and I got my hands on it, and it has made life so much easier. Okay, so this is the machine that I have. It is a little bit expensive, I will say, but it's totally worth it. I am telling you, it's going to be worth it in the long run. This is not sponsored, y'all. I'm just showing y'all what I found and what I use. So this is from Primera Technology Inc., and it's the AP362 label applicator. So it was $1,595. So it came out to, like, I want to say almost $1,700 and some change with like shipping. I think that's how much it was. I have to check, but I'm pretty sure it was like $1,700 or maybe $1,600 with shipping and with tax and things like that. So this is what it looks like. I will leave the link for anyone that wants to use it down below. But now let me show you guys it in person. Okay, guys, so you're probably like, what the heck is this? But this is the machine right here. And this is a freaking lifesaver. So how it works. So this is where you put the labels in. So you will put your roll in the back right here. These remove so that you can adjust it however you want. And then this lifts up like this, and you would just remove this and slide whatever you have on there, and then just set it back in place. Like, if I wanted to put my leave-in labels on, which are these right here, I would just take this off and then slide that out and then put this on in place. So you put that on, you lock it into place, not too much. You don't want to pinch it. You just want to kind of keep it from shifting. And then this is the label, and then you feed it through right here, and it comes out right here. I don't want to move it because I have it in this perfect position right now, but you just feed it through right here, and then it pulls out right here, and then I just leave this right there so that when it's flowing out, it's just flows all the way down. But I'm going to show you guys how it works. I hope that was good enough to explain. But it's really self-explanatory. It's super duper easy. It's not hard at all. The only thing that's hard is like getting the screws and stuff unloosed. Like if you have nails, it's really hard, but I don't have any nails right now, y'all, so it's easy. But like being able to unscrew and maneuver, like not just this part, but once you put the label through here, you can move these. like that, because this is where your container is going to go. So you have it like that, you have your label in place, and then you just take, this is one of my empty deep conditioners, so you just take this and you slide it in there, make sure it's nice and set, and then there's a foot pedal at the bottom. That was the wrong way, y'all. It's like this. This is the foot pedal, and you just step on it. And we got a label, y'all. We got a freaking label. How fast was that? That was like 5 seconds. It took 5 seconds to get this on, and it is freaking perfect. It is nice and flat. There's no air bubbles in it. It's even right here. Like, it's not rolling at the top or rolling at the bottom. It's freaking good. So this is why I love this, y'all. So So 2 labels down. I told you guys I had 1 more box left to do, so I have 38 more deep conditioners to label. I'm going to go ahead and knock those out, and then I'm going to work on getting those labels on those edge controls. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it for this video. I think I told you guys everything that I know about labeling. I told you guys where I design on the Maestro Label Designer. I told you guys where I get them printed on MavericLabels.com, and then I showed you guys how I apply them with this wonderful thing that I'm so happy I found. So yeah, everything that I said or mentioned will be linked down below for you guys. I'll leave all the direct links and things like that for anyone that is interested in any of the things that I shared. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys, and I will see you on my next